Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Hey, everybody, it's the week in between Christmas and New Year. Nobody knows what day it is. Nothing really matters. Everybody's been drunk for at least a half a week now and continuing for the rest of the week. So let's keep it going with us. This is Craft Fruit Sports. I'm Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling, man?
I'm better than Mookie. He's raising the roof in his square over there. What the hell is happening? I'm doing well. Christmas is over, thank God.
We made it, man. We made it.
Tree stayed up after falling down 2 times. It's still up. So just a couple more days and it'll be out on its ass. Although, you know, big old snowstorm. That was fun. Still got all my trash from last week, plus Christmas trash.
Oh,
so.
Dude, did that happen to you too?
Oh.
They just didn't pick up the trash. I was like, how are you going to not pick up the trash
The weekend before Christmas?
Are you kidding me?
All right,
the worst possible time for them to be like, we'll get you next week.
I've been living down here for like 20 years now, which is crazy to think. I've never seen the trash man just be like, you know what? Nah, not this time. They've had some terrible snowstorms. That was the first time they were like, you know what? Fuck it, get your own trash. We don't care. I had to Google to see if there was a strike. Like I was like, this.
Yeah. So I've got all of the trash. My brother took some trash with him back to Columbus. He's like, we got regular trash pick. I'm like, dude, help me out. Take some of this cardboard with you, dude. It is stacking up.
That's rough, man. I got to jump in because I saw it, and it's funny because you say nobody knows what day it is. That's 100% true. And I got an alert from Google yesterday of an article that said that the Rumpke would not be picking up trash due to the cold, and I was like, "Oh shit, for real?" Like, let me check that out. Click through. Sure enough, the article was from Friday, where it would have helped you boys out when you would have seen it in a timely fashion. But next time this happens, just come on up to Springdale because apparently we still had trash come pick it up on Monday. I was shocked. I was like, isn't this the day off of Christmas kind of situation? But no, still picking up trash.
Well, normally like the holidays will push it back a day or whatever, and that's fine. Like,
right, yeah.
Maybe they had like it was an early holiday or something. I didn't know. But then like to not come at all. I'm like, what is happening?
Period. Yeah.
Gabe saying that Scott's brother, instead of taking leftovers, he took trash with him.
You know what, though? That's a pro move, though, because now you don't have to do it.
He knew coming in. He volunteered, so he was being a good brother. I'd have been like, nah, fuck your trash. Have fun. So he did me a solid where I would have just been like, nah, here I go.
Caesar, how's Texas with the cold? You guys good down there?
It's back to normal now. It's 60 degrees today. It was fucking like 30 and 20 over Christmas and that shit. It was fucking ridiculous, bro. Like
terrible.
No, not terrible. It was badass. But my mom was bitching every other fucking day. Está bien frío, mijo. I was like, dude, like shut up. Like it's 25 degrees. Like calm down. So we got a fucking freeze warning. Like everyone was told to stay home and shit and make sure to watch their energy use because fucking 4-wheel Hot Wheel Greg doesn't know how to fucking plan for shit.
Goddamn Hot Wheel Greg.
And so, yeah, but other than that, it was great. I'm glad y'all had a great time with your families. I had a great time with my families. I hope CBS Nation had a great time with their families. And yeah, we should I just realized it'll be like our first, since I joined like in March, it'll be the first full year with me on here. You know how like when Jesus was born, they did like BC and what, AC? Or
BC
saying we should have a before Caesar and after Caesar?
Yeah.
Compare yourself to Christ.
Yeah, to Jesus.
And ACDC for all this time was about Jesus.
He was so excited to compare himself to Christ, he totally fucked up.
No, I'm not. I didn't fuck up. I'm still comparing myself to Christ. There was a rebirth in the show, just as there was a rebirth in humanity. So I mean,
can we get another one of those? I feel like we're overdue.
I'm in the Hot Wheel Greg.
Oh yeah, bro. He's got 4 wheels on. What is he gonna do? Get up? Obviously not.
Wow.
Dude.
Fuck that guy, bro.
Robert pointing out he's showering while watching us. Super Sudsy. That sounds rough. Scott, last time in 22, right. Boys. You damn right, man. Last time in 2022, the Craft Root Sports will get.
And F you, Scott. I do still live in the middle of nowhere, but Mike lives in the city and didn't get his trash picked up either, so you can go to hell.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense on your back ass country roads where they're like, they can't plow dirt, so let's just leave it.
It's where I can afford to live, you dicks.
Oh, great! Now the police.
Is that a? Well, no, it's too early for that. Never mind. We'll save that for later. We don't want to pop the cherry too soon.
Why did that Hot Wheel Greg got me laughing?
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. It's Caesar's time.
Tyson said, "Comparing yourself to Jesus. This is how Kanye."
I'm all for it. I might if I get to the point where he's at right now with the merchandise he's rumored to make, just off me.
I will say this, though. If that's what finally gets us our big break, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with Caesar going hard Kanye just to let us blow up a little bit, because I just want the headline to be like, unknown sports podcast.
That's not what it's going to be.
Go crazy racist.
That's not what it's going to be. Scott and I know what the headline's going to be. Random brown boy on the internet turns out to be anti-Semitic.
Brown boy.
That's what it's going to be. Am I wrong?
It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit. All right. Listen, we got an awesome show tonight. NFL stuff. Nathaniel Hackett got the axe today. Or this weekend, whenever. Like I said, nobody knows what day it is. It's all, everything runs together in this week. It's all one long day. We're going to talk some Russell Wilson. Also, some baseball news.
You mean Mr. Unlimited?
Mr. Unlimited.
Danger
interceptions.
Dangerous.
The Danger Witch.
Yeah.
He got fucking roasted by Patrick Starr. Listen, all kinds of stuff to get to. Before we do, though, let's talk about these beers, ? That we're drinking tonight.
It says malt beverage on the can.
Malt beverage? That's the clarification. All
malt beverage with natural flavors, artificial sweetener, and certified colors.
Oh, good. I'm glad. We don't want non-certified colors. Yeah, this is week 2 of the Hard Mountain Dew.
That's what they call me in Caesar, non-certified colors.
I got you.
That's great.
Race card.
Yeah,
what a bar.
The other one, too.
Awesome. God damn it.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. That's amazing. All right, listen. So this one is this is the black cherry flavor of the Hard Mountain Dew. Scott, I'll let you go first. Would you bang this version of the Mountain Dew?
It tastes like Code Red. I'd fucking hard, baby. I'd fucking hard. I like it.
Does it really taste like Code Red? I'm too excited.
No, like I mean, like if they had titled this Code Red, you'd be like, yeah, okay, I see it. They went with black cherry, and I mean, you know, it kind of tastes like black cherry, but it's kind of like how the Mountain Dew one tasted like Mountain Dew, but that was that little, like it was more like Diet Mountain Dew.
Right.
That's what it feels like. This is like a Diet Code Red, but like with the alcohol. So it's like, yeah, I'd fuck it.
Okay.
Why not just give this straight up Code Red though?
I'm surprised that they didn't. It would have been easy because they called the other one Baja. Like,
well, I don't want to ruin the one we're finishing with because I think that's going to be a huge crowd pleaser. But if they give us that one, why not give us Code Red? I fucking love it. I think it fits the theme. I'm sorry, what was that?
I literally just said Baja like 2 seconds before you said
so you let it out the bag that we're having Baja.
Yeah.
There's also
but I mean, they could just look it up if they wanted to.
I was going to say, people know what the flavors are.
I'm surprised that they didn't, because they did straight call the other one Baja. They should have just called this
like
Code
a copyright
thing. Nobody would have questioned it. No, it can't be a copyright. It's their own
It was not a copyright thing of their own property.
Maybe the guy that made Code Red doesn't work there anymore.
Listen, I don't know if you know this, Caesar. Code Red Mountain Dew is made by Mountain Dew.
No, I'm aware.
Wild.
But like the Nikes that Sandy Bodecker, not Sandy Bodecker, he stayed at Nike. Like the ones that I had a designer and he left Nike and they stopped making that shoe.
You know shoe designers?
I know of them, like Sandy Bodecker, Tinker Hatfield. I'm not friends with them, but I know of them.
I just wasn't aware that was something that people knew.
Mookie, would you bang the black cherry Mountain Dew?
I would bang it like my Arsenal bang the EPL every fucking week, baby.
There's your soccer talk for the week. Caesar, what are you drinking tonight? Would you bang it?
I am drinking. What the fuck am I drinking?
It's like a donut.
Put that cookie down.
Ooh.
It is from Martin House Brewing, as we know, from prior existence. What happened or what? Oh. It is an imperial sugar cookie ale with lactose and vanilla.
Hell yeah.
It is made in Texas for... I fucked up the logo again. Made in Texas by Texans.
That sounds delicious.
That does sound good. What's the ABV on that bad boy?
It's 10 alky.
Yeah.
Caesar's going to hate this.
You're
he's
definitely
gonna hate
picking
it.
up that cookie.
No, it's bangable.
This is definitely not the worst.
All right.
No,
we're
hey,
getting
Aaron,
out the
take
worst.
it.
And the can's fucking sick too. Look, bro, it's a fucking pink saber-toothed wolf.
Is that one of the potential ratings on your Google form? It could be worse.
That's gonna become one.
It could
I
be
thought
worse.
you were saying is pink saber-tooth wolf.
So did I. I was like, why would that be an option?
Well, look, bro, it's not a saber-toothed tiger. It's a saber-toothed wolf.
No, I thought Mookie was saying that's one of your ratings on the Google.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
bro,
it could be too. I don't think that's a bad idea
Instead
either.
of like, oh, am I
How was it?
munch?
I was a big saber-tooth
I've
wolf.
never heard of a saber-toothed wolf. Like,
Where did I rank on a scale of dog to
Saber-toothed
saber-toothed wolf? Just don't even give him an option, you know?
All right, listen. Robert Taylor's drinking Untitled Art ice cream waffle pastry stout.
You're good.
Only an 8%er, but he said this is packed with flavor and amazing. Gabe is drinking blueberry double marbles milkshake style double IPA.
That
Company
sounds
8% ABV. He said he's dreaming of summer. It's a pool bag. That bar, he's got Natter Days this week. The dependable booty call.
Speaking of pool bag,
Love it.
I
Wait, what kind of Natter Day though? Just the regular old pineapple one, or is there a fun like holiday one?
the regular old pineapple one, even though the strawberry lemonade was the very first one. I'm like, what?
I mean,
That's not a saber-toothed tiger. No fucking way.
what?
Yeah, Robert Taylor is calling
Yeah,
out.
he's going off on me.
He said it's literally how the saber-toothed tiger is depicted, you fucking dunce.
No, you Google the fucking picture and it looks like a tiger with a fucking long ass teeth.
Scott is drinking Pigeon Hill Brewing Imperial Salted Caramel Porter, 8.5% ABV. This would make me a Minute Man for sure.
Dude, but the comment section bringing it strong with these beers. Damn.
I love that everybody's like, listen, nothing matters this week. Drink heavy beers.
Yeah.
And we're over here like, this Mountain Dew at 5%. It's pretty good. It comes down smooth.
So that's why I was raising the roof earlier, because when you said everyone just
Raising the
continues to
roof.
stay drunk, and I was like, that was the problem. I never should have sobered up. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had that serious rough hangover situation going on. So I guess I should have asked for permission to just maintain a hammeredness for like 10 days straight.
Clearly, you didn't do More Labs Morning Recovery. Go to craftbrewsports.com over and get 20% off your order. I don't even know if that's still a thing. I don't even know if that link works anymore. So.
I think they changed the formula. It stopped working for me.
I got you. Tyson said he's drinking O'Fallon Vanilla Pumpkin Beer, 5.6%. Ooh, vanilla pumpkin. That sounds delicious.
Good.
This Mountain Dew is absolutely delicious. You're right, Scott. It's like Code Red Light. It's almost Code Red, but not quite. Really good. Once again, I'm very upset that I only brought 2 of these downstairs.
What are you doing, man?
I don't
All
know,
3
man.
of the
I don't
business
know.
row,
I
like
don't know
they're
what I'm doing.
5%ers.
I know. I don't know what's going on with me.
And they
Let
go
us know in
down
the
so
comments
easy,
what you're
too.
drinking, whether or not you would bang it. Fellas, I believe this week we should start off. Let's go a little bit of a different route this week. Let's start off with some football. So, Scott, you mentioned before that yesterday Nathaniel Hackett has been fired from the Broncos less than 1 season in. He made it 2 more games than Urban Meyer did in his
That's
his
crazy. He didn't
NFL
assault
coaching
anyone.
tenure. Yeah, it's true. Hackett didn't assault anyone, but he's gone. They are sticking with Russ. How do you think the front office, Scott? Like, clearly you have to make a move at that point. You paid Russ all of that money. You can't get rid of him. So you got to make a coaching decision. In the long term, are they going to look back at this and just be like, what the fuck did we do, man? What did we do?
Yeah, I think about halfway through this season, they were like, "What the fuck, man? What did we do?" I mean, hiring Nathaniel Hackett in the first place was a "what the fuck? What are you guys doing?" move. So, I mean, getting rid of him's whatever. He was never going to be a long-term head coach to begin with. But holy shit, this Russell Wilson thing is a disaster. And they've got how many more years are they on the hook for? Like they're on the hook forever.
And not only that, they gave away so much draft capital too to get him. Like it's not just the guaranteed contract that you're just flushing down the toilet. It's all of the picks you gave up also to
you
get
gotta
him.
hope
So
and
you
pray that you
mortgaged
get
your future
something.
and screwed up your payroll for the next several years. It's almost as great to see as it is to see the Browns get eliminated with Deshaun Watson making $230 million on his 48% or 48 QBR or whatever bullshit he had this week. I am loving these quarterbacks getting guaranteed money and then just looking like absolute dog shit, because it just shows how stupid these front offices are, and I'm here for all of it. Mookie, you're suspiciously quiet. Do you not care about Russell Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett?
I mean, he's a piece of shit, so I'm just glad to see it, falling apart so quickly.
He's a piece of shit.
Damn, don't be so mean to Nathaniel like that. He's
Nathaniel. I mean, I don't really have an opinion of the guy. I feel like he was kind of doomed from the jump because it's the Broncos and they've not been good. Peyton Manning they were good during that era, but I think a lot of that was the defense that was very fleeting, as we saw once Von Miller left. So it's just kind of like it couldn't happen to a better quarterback. That's really, I think, what it comes down to.
Deshaun Watson.
I don't want to speak that man's name. I'm really hoping he's not in the league that much longer, but they're going to run Russell's ass out there for the remainder of the deal because there's no way out of it. And they're paying him the money, so they might as well make him tie cleats or something, So we'll be seeing his ass on that sideline for another 4 years easy.
Tie cleats. I know you said you don't want to mention Watson's name at all, but Scott saying in the comment section, football quality only. Remove all of the horrible things that Deshaun Watson.
Russ. It's not even close.
Yeah, it's Russ.
What is the worst trade, Russ or Watson? And I agree. I think it's got to be the Russ trade. Like
one of them has Russ. The
only reason why the Watson trade was so bad was because of all the off-field things. Like that's what made that such a terrible deal and a terrible contract.
And you could talk yourself into it for that same reason. You could say, well, he hasn't played in a year and a half. He's still got, tread on the tires, blah, blah, blah. Like we're probably
don't you want tread on the tires?
Yeah. Because you need tread to go. Otherwise your tires just slip and you just.
Yeah. So he just has rust. You could just say he had rust.
You could.
It's because my tires didn't have any tread on them. So whenever I would stop, it'd take a little bit longer. But then I got a new car.
That's why you want to tread on the tires.
So you don't stop. So you can stop.
How the fuck did we get here, fellas?
We're talking about tread on tires. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, Mookie.
It's fine. Fuck Russell Wilson. Fuck Deshaun Watson. Moving on.
I mean, to answer the question, though, it's definitely Wilson. Like you lost money
and tire question.
Money and draft capital. Like, eesh. Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ,
that's the worst.
At least with Watson, they just lost the PR battle and a bunch of money. Like that can be recovered from.
And with Watson too, like yes, he's playing terribly and he looks awful, but he also hasn't played football in 2 years. So
yeah,
maybe he's gonna turn it around and end up being that quarterback you actually did trade for. Despite the fact that you did totally lose the PR battle and rightfully so. But like at the end of the day, if you win football games, everybody forgets.
Yeah, they're not going to care.
NFL.
So for one, Deshaun is 7 years younger than Russell. So, I mean, you had that thing going to it. Yeah, Russell Wilson's 34. Oh, yeah, not that old.
I think it's more shocking that Deshaun Watson's that young. Like, damn. Yeah. I didn't think
did you know that young. He was born in Cincinnati? That really sucks for the city, doesn't it?
Who?
I don't believe that.
I'm
calling shenanigans.
Google said it, man. You can't argue with that.
This is good podcasting.
It is. It's not much shit. You know what this is, Scott? This is the week between Christmas and New Year's. That's what this is.
Look at Googling.
Oh, hey there, Sarah, chiming in with her hot fudge.
Scott's saying, I would love to see how many segments a Mookie and Caesar only show would be. Over under 1.5.
Under.
Bro, that's fucking crazy.
Hammer that under.
No, that's fucking bullshit. It should at least be like a fucking 3.
No,
No,
you
'cause
guys
Caesar-
would not get out
Caesar-
of the intro. If it was just you two, you wouldn't have talked about your beers yet. You would have gone down so many rabbit holes at this point, and you wouldn't have even brought up the fact that you're drinking beer.
That's what I'm saying. It's either we would do one segment or we do like 25.
Exactly.
It's not a segment with you guys just wandering down the road of hold on, you want tire treads. Well, what about the tire treads? I had a car that didn't have tire treads. You had a car that didn't have tire treads. And you keep going for an hour and a half.
Yeah, but dude, every time you hear this,
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
that's a segment, right? Isn't that how that works?
No,
Oh.
maybe. Yes, kind of.
It's a gray area.
Let's go. Look at the latest comment. Look at the latest comment. Run it.
Oh my God! Look at
Run
Caesar.
it.
Caesar has like an alert for validation.
First,
message.
Yes, I
before
do.
we do that, should we give
And
it
it
a
barely popped in there, and Caesar was already all over it. I was like, "Damn, I didn't even finish the last."
Yes.
Should we give a shout out to the crew?
Said she worked 12 and a half hours today and gearing up for another 12. She's drinking hot fudge and OV milkshake from Culver's. That sounds amazing. Matt Barr said you guys should just give them unplugged mics like everyone did with their younger brother in the video game.
That's actually fire. That's actually such a great idea. I'll give him the credit. That was fire.
Hold on though. Just
I support that one too. I support that one too.
Mookie would be very confused just thinking his internet was dog shit, and he would just be angrier and
it's so
angrier,
bad.
and we would only see it in the producer view. So Sarah said,
The
also
G-Pie would
story,
get
had a
shit on
conversation
all over the place.
with my 21-year-old cousin about Caesarisms and his ignorance about Bud Light. He also absolutely did not know Bud Light was short for Budweiser. Mind blown.
Let's
Nicholas
fucking
Caesar.
go. What are we talking about? It's everyone that's
Validation.
born. And the age too. The age is a key thing. 21. He was born after 2000.
Our country's screwed, man.
No, it's
I
not.
never
We're
had
not
anybody
alcoholics.
tell me that. Like nobody had to sit me down and be like, "Scott, look."
But the thing is, they introduced Bud Light
stands
when you
for
were alive.
Budweiser Light. Like
Wait a
you may
minute.
not
Did
get
they-
through life with a lot of info, but you're gonna know that Bud Light stands for Budweiser Light. Same beer company. They make a lighter
Coors
version
Light,
of
the
their
first light beer
popular
ever.
original beer.
Coors Light, which is the first ever Coors Light, I learned this in class, was introduced like the 1975, 1978. And that was the first one. Shortly later, Anheuser-Busch came out with Bud Light. Y'all were alive during this time.
I mean,
What?
technically,
So were you?
I wasn't even in my dad's sack at the time.
Neither were we. If it was in
I
the
don't
70s,
think so,
what are
man.
you talking
Yeah.
about?
What?
How old you fucking think we are?
Weren't y'all born like in the 80s?
I mean,
Yes,
technically
we
that's
made it
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Around in
Matt
the
Barr
70s.
saying episode 4 of the Budweiser saga. Like this just doesn't end. This topic keeps coming up. We can't get away from
It
it.
keeps
ever.
coming up, and it's like a fucking onion. We keep peeling back more layers.
It is.
Like what?
Was that movie good? Glass Onion?
I just saw that yesterday. It was
Oh, yeah,
fine.
see, I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
We got
Oh, wait, hold on. I got one for this. Hold on.
I
There
keep
we
doing
go,
this to the
segment.
show. I keep doing this. I'm sorry.
Caesar, we
sorry.
needed something to do
You're allowed
today,
derail
anyways.
the show. That's fine. That's what you're good at.
The way I said it, 2022 is the year I was born. When was Jesus born? Or like, how do they call that? BC?
Oh my God! Now we're going history.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying
and
that's
Mahida-
essentially what I did.
I mean, he got it right. He says there's no argument for not knowing Bud Light is Budweiser. Like it's true. Like at
No,
the end of the
yes,
day.
there is. Yes, there is.
No.
You were born after 2000.
What?
No,
What's the
like,
light of
Yes, no one told us. No
Why
one
do they
told
always
us.
put
Nobody
him?
told me either. I just grew up knowing
Yeah.
that Bud Light.
Because they were called when y'all were born, they were still calling it by its full name.
No,
they were
they
still
weren't.
calling it by its government name. Yes,
Dude,
they
they
were.
No, it's never been called
Budweiser
Budweiser Light.
Yeah.
So the
Also,
tweet
like-
lied to me. They're
Yeah,
telling me the
also,
tweet
hold
lied
on.
to me.
Is there ever a time that you would hear Dad say to Mom, "Hey, on your way to the store, on your way
Yeah,
home from the
Budweiser
grocery,
Light?
get me a 6-pack of Budweiser, please. No, it was always get me a 6 of Bud. So
They drink Bud Light.
the argument doesn't work either way.
It's a terrible argument from Caesar, an absolutely terrible argument. Tank, shout out Tank. He's been drinking since 4 p.m. in Pennsylvania. Evergreen another half. That sounds amazing.
Can we get a proof of that from him tomorrow?
With the correct take, youth is no excuse for ignorance, Caesar.
When it's bliss, it is, and that's a bar.
That's a bar.
Just one though, not multiples, not 4,
Just one.
just one.
No, it's because 4 lines equal a bar. Shout out Pete Weber. Shout out Pete Weber though, the king of bars.
Chris
Love
Webber?
me or hate me, and still watched. And that's me on this show.
What else happened in football?
Oh, what else happened? What
Not
else
a whole lot,
happened?
really?
Caesar, what else happened?
What else happened? I don't know.
Dude,
The
the Cowboys
Broncos
got
lost.
worked.
The Cowboys won as expected because they beat a backup quarterback. But the thing about me is I'm a realist. I went to a great school at the University of Texas at Austin. Other people went to shittier schools. So when their team beat my team with the backup quarterback, they went fucking insane. They thought they won the fucking Super Bowl. But me, a good Samaritan, an actually smart person, was like, oh, hey, the Cowboys beat their backup quarterback. It's not that big of a deal. This was expected. Dak threw for over 300 yards, which was a great thing to see. But again, they beat their backup quarterback. I'm not too excited. We should have won. We did. Dak against that defense was a great thing to watch. CeeDee Lamb and big play Slade living up to his namesake with T.Y. Hilton fucking blowing by him as if he wasn't fucking 45 years old. And yeah, it was just a great weekend. It was a great weekend.
I heard Jared's got to pay that 26-year-old that he has been paying for behind the scenes too. Talk about that as a Cowboys fan. How about that? How about his love child finally getting that cake up out of him? Said she just wants to be acknowledged. Turns out Jared's a real stand-up human being. Besides sitting down there, showing up to make sure the blacks don't get into college, he's also paying hush money to his daughters.
No. The thing we can all agree as all of us, Jerry Jones is a sack of shit. I hate Jerry Jones. I really do.
It's no fun when you agree. What?
Yeah, it kind of takes it.
It kind of sucks. It does.
Like most Cowboys fans ride Jared's dick no matter what. So
no. That's the thing. Most actual Cowboys fans don't. It's the fucking dickheads with the jorts and the Flint 13s on and the oversized Miles Austin jersey.
Miles, remember when he was good for like a minute?
Yeah, he was nasty. But like,
so wait,
that's
are you saying I should take your?
I have a Zach Martin jersey. I am a real Cowboys fan. I acknowledge that without Zach Martin, we're dog shit. Like, I hate fucking Cowboys fans, and I'm a Cowboys fan.
I love the Miles Austin reference too, with the unexpected segue that Caesar just threw in. How about
I was just gonna say him being in the news, getting his Riley on, out here just betting on games.
But okay, hang on. This is complete garbage that this dude. So if you didn't hear the story, Miles Austin is.
You're welcome. I wasn't even intentional. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I know, that's why I said the unintentional segue.
I didn't hear that, my bad.
Miles Austin is a wide receiver coach for the Jets. He was suspended for a year for gambling because apparently the NFL rules are if you're a coach, you can't gamble on anything. Like if you're a player, you can at least play some bets on other sports, but if you're a coach, you can't gamble on anything. And Miles Austin was found to place a couple $50 bets on some NBA games, and they banned him for a year. He's done. I mean, pending appeal. Scott, how do you feel about this suspension? Like, this is the NFL just being peak NFL with their bullshit hypocrisies and double standards and things that don't make sense, that this man now has to sit out for a year because he bet $50 bets on a couple NBA games.
I know you're setting me up for this,
it?
and I don't give a
$50?
shit. Former Cowboy, fuck him. Ban his ass forever.
Wait, but you should be in support of him. Didn't he like fucking Kardashian?
Why would that make me support him? I don't give a fuck.
He's for the cause. He's for the cause.
He's out
That's
here
for
getting
the cause.
diseases
What
like the rest of
cause?
these idiots. Like,
What cause? Wait, hold on. Pause. He's for what cause, Caesar?
I saw the
fucking a
tweet and I just
Kardashian is a
repeated it.
cause now?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think the cause was cursing the Cowboys. I'm not gonna lie. I think that was the cause.
But he coached the Jets when he got suspended.
But he was smashing her. He was smashing her when he was on the Cowboys.
There it is. There's Mookie getting mad. Now imagine that with just a microphone that doesn't work. Just him with chroma key all in his face.
Throwing up hands in anger.
With the fucking, oh, there you go. The gap went away in his forehead. He looked like Lil Uzi Vert when he had the fucking pink diamond in his forehead.
Yeah, I mean, apparently the kids do that these days.
Scott, you're telling me you can't get behind the bullshit. Like you're willing to stand behind the NFL just because Miles Austin was a Cowboy?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, you are the king pettiest of petty.
And you knew that's the route I was gonna go. That's why you started with me. I don't care. I'm right here to hit that one right off the tee. Fuck it. Like, he's a Cowboy. Fuck him. If this had been a former Niner player, I'd be like, yeah, this is the NFL on that old bullshit. But it's a Cowboy, so fuck him. Should have known the rules. Don't place $50 bets on the NBA.
Okay, now I got to know where the end line here is. So,
wait, how much you coaches
Niner player? What's that?
How much do coaches make? $50 bets. I do that shit. I work at fucking Target.
I don't think it's the amount of money that he was betting. That's the problem.
No, but I think Caesar's more surprised that an NFL coach was only betting $50 on NBA games. It's like him. That's like what you do when you tip your toe in and you're like trying to decide, like, do I really want to start gambling? Do I really want to turn into
I do that with $3.
Throw a couple $50 bets down. So Scott, I got to know now. So, okay, Miles Austin, former Dallas player, fuck him forever. But if it was a Niners player, you would defend him. What if it was a Niners player that now coaches for the Cowboys? How are you feeling there? Are you team NFL or team player?
You got to give me an example. Who's the player?
Not Jerry Rice. Because
Charles Haley, according to Scott in the comments.
No, there's like levels to this shit. Because I mean, you could be just some like whatever player and end up as a coach for the Cowboys. So I mean, you know, if it depends on if you're a 49ers legend or not.
Jerry Rice.
No, don't go Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice.
No, I'm not. No,
Jerry Rice isn't even a 49ers legend.
And
either.
Shut the fuck up, Mookie. Jerry would not ever coach the Cowboys. Like, he wouldn't do that. So I mean,
no, because it's impossible to coach the Cowboys wearing a Popeyes helmet with a face mask and a spinning
That's
wing.
exactly why I said Jerry Rice.
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I threw the
Raiders legend right there, Jerry Rice.
Seahawks legend, Broncos legend,
Ronnie Lott. What if it was Ronnie Lott?
The NFL would be on that bullshit.
Okay, so we figured it out. You will support a Cowboy coach if they were a former 49er, but only
like Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like 49er legend.
What if like Emmitt
That's a
Smith
different
started
story.
coaching y'all's running backs? Like, would you be for Emmitt Smith?
Oh, that was going to be my next question. What if it's a former Cowboy player, but now he coaches for the Niners?
Yeah, like Emmitt Smith. It was Emmitt Smith.
We actually had that because recently, which one of those assholes that played wide receiver for them? Oh wait, no, that was Wes Welker. He didn't play for the bitch.
Yeah, he didn't coach for the Cowboys.
Yeah, my
He
bad.
cut him. Oh, actually, he did. He was on the practice squad.
Oh well, whatever. That'd be different. I mean, I don't want a shitty ass running backs coach like
that was
Emmitt
Danny
Smith.
Amendola.
Because I don't like compilers. I like guys who can actually run the ball and don't have to have all offensive, like Hall of Famer offensive linemen in front of them to just get a bunch of yards and play a bunch of years. Like, I like.
Isn't that exactly what Jerry Rice did though?
Well, would you just call Jerry Rice a compiler?
This motherfucker right here,
because
he compiles shit. He was out here balling like every goddamn game.
Yeah, because he had Steve Young throwing him the ball. I mean, come on now.
Also
You mean to tell me that was Jerry Rice's doing, and he wasn't just compiling by being on the field with a Hall of Fame top 5 quarterback of all time under center?
Scott wants to know your ruling on Charles Haley, Niners and Cowboys legend.
NFL on that bullshit.
I've been meaning to ask. Where y'all get these like bat cups?
What's that?
Where'd y'all get these bat cups? Like they're like the second half of a bat.
Dugout mugs, bro. Dugout mugs.
Can we get one?
Fuck you, man.
Can we get one like that's like Mariners and
they definitely have a UT one. I can tell you that.
Yeah, they do have a Mariners one. Just go to dugoutmugs.com/craft for 15% off your order.
I'm gonna do that right now.
We know that one's still alive.
Craft. I don't don't know if that one still works either.
That does.
Give it a shot. We'll maybe.
See, Miles Austin was on the 49ers coaching staff because I was like, wait a minute, maybe it was Miles Austin. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I think it was one of those white dudes.
So, them crackers.
Tyson Mookie calling you out saying Steve Young was not a top 5 all-time QB.
I don't really give a fuck what Tyson thinks.
Matt Barr said Jerry Rice worked harder than almost anyone in NFL history. Piss poor take, Mookie. So par for the course.
Sometimes when you're trying to trigger someone, you gotta reach a little, because if you reach and you get them flipped, or you poke them just enough that they go off.
Expensive.
Doesn't matter.
Caesar, they're only expensive if you don't use the code CRAFT for 15% off your entire order. I got mugs.com/craft, 15% off.
They're 15% cheaper then. Mm-hmm.
Guys, did you see? I mentioned it at the top of the show. Did you see the Nickelodeon broadcast where they bragged? You did not like it, Mookie, or you did?
It was so funny because I was sitting there. We had it on the background, had some family over or whatever, and they're all talking, and I'm just staring at the screen watching this dog shit of a game, and I'm like, "What is happening on screen?"
The code works.
The code works.
Nice.
Well, hey, there you go. We got that going for us. I give them credit. They were trying to be creative and do things differently. I don't know that it's actually going to work, but hey, whatever. It made
Mookie,
Russell Wilson.
You realize this wasn't the first time they've done a game on Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah, they've been doing it once a week once a week for Thursday night, right?
No, once a year during the playoffs. It's usually the wild card game. This year they did it a week earlier, I believe.
They did a lot more than that this year on Nickelodeon.
They've had quite a few games on Nickelodeon this year, but this was my favorite one because you had Patrick from SpongeBob openly ripping on Russell Wilson after an interception when he said, "That's not how Russ wants to cook." Oh my God. So gold of them.
I was so confused. I really at that point, I thought I had taken shrooms by accident and was tripping because I was like, what's going on here? Is this real life or?
Can you imagine? Wait, hold on. We need to sit here for a second because can you imagine taking shrooms and then somebody turns on the Nickelodeon game and you don't realize that it's the Nickelodeon broadcast and all of a sudden there's slime shooting up when somebody scores a touchdown and Patrick is commentating the game. There's
a fucking abominable snowman stomping around on the 45-yard line and everyone's just like cool with it, not paying any attention or noticing whatsoever. And you're like, is nobody else seeing this right now? This thing is like 4 stories tall, y'all. Like, are you kidding me right now?
This would be the best part if Mookie is on mushrooms and is watching the Nickelodeon game, not realizing it's the Nickelodeon game. I would like to see how long he would go sitting with it, thinking that it's just in his head before he finally blurts out to everybody, is everybody else seeing this? Does everybody else see what's happening on the screen right now? Because this is some scary shit, man.
It would be the equivalent of a Caesar and I podcast because it would either be instantaneously or it would be like 9 hours later and they're like, Drew, there's no football on, man. We've been watching A Christmas Story for like the last 2 hours.
Sarah pointing out, Mookie, the slime was not real.
That if it was though, I feel like that could have made a difference.
Did you hear the sounds that it made when it landed on the field?
It was a little quite realistic. I mean,
suspect. I'm not gonna lie.
They put a lot of effort into finding those sound effects.
Shit, it sounded like they took it out of my fucking bedroom. I was like, God damn. I was like, hey, yo, this doesn't sound right.
Apparently, the sound of slime hitting turf is the same as stuff hitting a bowl.
Something hitting a forehead.
Wow. Let that one linger. Hold on.
Just let it just take in the aroma.
Stuff hitting a forehead.
Mind you, I'm a week and a half away from watching the Celtics in person. I can't fucking wait.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna laugh when Jason Tatum takes the day off for load management.
Bro, that's fine. He could be sitting down. I'll be like, stroke that thing, cuzzo.
Wow. Phrasing?
You haven't seen that? You haven't seen that TikTok sound?
You're still too phrasing. Guys, how about Zack Wilson getting benched again?
Bro, fuck that piece of shit. Fuck that piece of shit. I've been the biggest Garrett Wilson fan since fucking week 1. I just haven't said it here because y'all don't like when I talk about fantasy. My God, the amount that I love Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave is crazy, but Olave doesn't play for the Jets. Garrett Wilson does. They put in Mike White Garrett Wilson became fucking like on a perk, bro. It was crazy. And then Zach comes back in. He
got right that time.
Zach putting the Jets putting Zach Wilson is like putting me at quarterback. You do fucking nothing.
So why did it take you 4 times calling him Garrett Wilson to finally remember his name was Zach?
Because that's the wide receiver. He's saying
get the fuck out of here,
Garrett Wilson
Mookie, come
on
on
his
now.
team.
I thought
he
you
was
just
upset.
well,
Oh, I
fuck,
missed that
sucks.
too. I forgot because he delves into his fucking fantasy team so seamlessly when we're talking about shit. And like, I was like, what the fuck does Garrett? I was like, why is he saying Garrett Wilson? Oh, okay.
I love Garrett Wilson.
I bet you do.
Matt
Can-
says, I
can
think
he
when you
stroke
hit Caesar with the snooze button, he can talk again in 9 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know right now, brother. Those 9 minutes will not get clipped.
Not get clipped. You won't get him back.
So I thought Zack Wilson was gonna have a bad week when he
Not Garrett.
gifted his offensive linemen scooters. Like there was a picture of him in front of these tiny ass scooters, one for each of his offensive linemen, and he rightfully got roasted because they're like, bro, these dudes are 300 pounds, and that's a tiny ass fucking scooter you just bought this guy. It's gonna be a big, like all the picture of the big dudes on the little bikes, the 2 guys riding side by side.
Yeah.
That's basically gonna be Zack Wilson's offensive lineman. So I thought that was gonna be bad enough, and then he played, and good lord, man, the Jets are so bad with him in there. Scott, I made the point in the group that I knew this was gonna happen on draft day when he awkwardly realized that he was around black people for the first time in his life. Did you see this one coming? Like, did you see his career flaming out this quickly?
No, man. I thought he was gonna be pretty good. Like, it's oof. He's flamed out like he's flamed out terribly, dude. Like, I mean, you see all these comparisons to Jamarcus Russell, like numbers wise, like those are damning, dude. Like,
No, that's worse.
I knew it
It's
was,
worse.
I knew
It's
it was
worse.
bad, but holy shit,
It's
it is
worse.
At least your Marcus got paid. I mean, come
No,
on.
at least Jamarcus actually didn't go to practice. Zack Wilson practices every fucking day.
I mean, I guess that makes it
Yeah,
Zack
that's true.
Wilson watches film, bro.
Jamarcus wasn't watching film. We know that.
Exactly. He wasn't doing shit. He was just eating and playing football.
yeah,
That's
damn,
the dream
Zack
life,
is-
in my opinion. But
Zack is
still, bro.
worse.
And is Zack Wilson that one friend that just got by his entire life for being like decently good looking?
Yes.
I would say so.
Would you call going to
Well,
BYU
that-
as getting by? Like,
I mean, he was also banging the mom, so I mean, he got by more of the ways than one.
Yeah, like he's
it's
like no homo.
he's always gonna
no
get
homo.
special
Like
privilege.
he's a good
banging
looking
the
guy.
mom.
So did he get his way through life by being good looking? Because it was my fantasy football league's like end of year Christmas party, and we were watching the fucking game, and he threw the ball to the floor, and all of us, almost like if you had a witch compelled us, we're like, what the fuck was that? We literally all went, oh.
I just
Lucas,
see.
your
I,
head dropped as soon as Caesar said fantasy. As soon as he said it.
look, because
No,
all
it
I'm
was a
saying is
good
we
point.
don't
It was
want
a
to.
good point. It was a good story.
We don't want to hear about your fantasy team. We want to
No, it wasn't
hear.
about the team. It was about the party.
We want to hear your fantasy takes because Caesar, I'm in the championship this week, and I need to know:
Oh,
do
you
I
sack of
take
shit, bro?
do I take the risk on Dallas's defense on Thursday, or do I hold out for the Chargers playing at home against the Rams?
Oh, that's
Everywhere,
scary.
every other part of my lineup is set, man. The
That's
only thing
scary.
left
I'd
to
take
tinker with
Cowboys
is
and fuck
defense. Yeah, roll them
Yeah,
dice.
They're gonna play Malik Willis.
I mean, I feel
Thank
like
you,
that,
Matthew. I love you too, brother.
I think he just said he'd fuck your heart.
I had to put you on the solo shot because that was as these two are talking. Who should I play in my fantasy?
I say the Cowboys.
That
I
was
say the
banging
Cowboys.
Take
for
the
us.
Cowboys, D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
See-
These two, man. We need it. It just needs to be a spinoff. That's what we have to do.
Yeah.
We have to have
But there's a
spinoff.
great tangent here. Sarah White said my 6'8" grandfather used to drive a Shiner scooter. It was a sight. Like the fucking scary ass ones that they
I
would
think-
drive on the parades. Like
No, I think-
Oh, the little,
those
yeah, like the
fuckers.
mini bikes. Yeah.
Bro,
I think
What did he think for?
I think their AM radio show is called Mook and the Dog.
It's so hard.
Oh, I
That's
love
so
it.
hard.
Ah, that's solid.
Oh my god.
Coming up
You-
at 6, it's Mook and the Dog. All right.
Right after
Hey,
this,
we
checking
got-
on.
We got Stitter shit. Got him.
Do we have the segment? Is she bad or not?
Yeah.
And it's just me. Is she bad or not?
This week on Mook and the Dog, we're going to intro for 90 minutes and then realize we ran out of time.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I think Scott just put an end to
Also,
that topic
I
by
say
hitting us
Mook
with.
and the dog, the only 69-minute show on radio. Yeah!
69 minutes, 4 seconds, and like 20 milliseconds.
I like the sound of that.
It's the dog. We do 9 minutes of commercials in 4 20-minute segments. Get it?
Scooter and the Jizz, get the fuck out of here, bro. Oh my god.
I almost hesitate to ask.
God,
Scooter or the
47.
Jizz? Like,
Dude, that's where the joke comes from. It's the Family Guy thing, man. Come on.
dude, I'm not
God
that quick.
damn, 47.
Come on. And
Look
no,
at
Messi
dog.
is not
I'm
going
that
to
quick.
enter my head. I guess we're still talking
Our radio
special
show.
segment.
How much does it take for that to take place? Like, would I need to be there in person?
For what?
You're in person right now?
I have great seats.
Just gonna say.
Do you think it's different to do an AM radio show than it is a podcast? Because I don't think there's a difference really.
I don't listen to radio. That's why I'm asking. I don't know.
Dude, radio wasn't around when he was born, so
That's
like,
true,
he
you're
doesn't know
right,
how it
yeah,
works.
like-
No,
He's
it
only-
was.
Look, the cutoff is 2000. He don't fucking know about radio, man. It's all been streaming since then.
It really
Don't tell me
has.
that
Nah,
shit.
Spotify came out like in what, 2010?
So,
12?
like,
Spotify.
when you guys were born, there was fucking radio, man. You guys
Weren't
know
y'all
what
using
it is.
cassettes? Like for real?
Oh God.
Did you? Oh, you son of a bitch.
See,
Scott, did you see this take from Scotty in the comments? Remember the Cincy only spinoff? No one else does either. We did 20 episodes of Cincy style.
I told you.
Damn, Scotty, that was rough, dude. You're just gonna kick us in the dicks while we're down.
Oh, dude, he shut that shit
Hey,
down.
hey, over under episodes of Mookie and the Dog versus Cincinnati's.
Oh no. Better question is, Scott, what are you setting the odds at that we actually do one? Like that's
We're never gonna
plus
do
a
one.
billion?
We're never gonna
Shit.
do one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say y'all ain't doing shit.
We
You
were
coming
talking
up with
for so long about getting more content on the YouTube channel. I really think we need a Mookie and the Dog show on the YouTube where it's just you two talking about whatever you want to talk
whatever
about.
pops into your
And
damn
you
head.
know what's gonna suck when Mookie and the Dog takes over and has way better
Right.
videos than the average show. And I just fucking rip my own heart out of my chest and quit.
Hey, here's
The
the
damn-
thing.
When
Real
the damn
talk.
spinoff becomes more popular than the original, that's bullshit.
Dude, I'm telling you, it would happen. If we could pull it together, it would happen. And it's very simple because the formula is in our favor. We would talk soccer. There's a lot more soccer fans in the world, and there's a lot less soccer podcasts compared to all the other football-centric podcasts. So we'd be swimming in a bigger pool.
Like that old ass movie. What is it, Gladiator? Where the guy's like
That
this standing
old
up,
ass
Exactly.
and he
movie.
goes like that. Mookie and I would be the ones holding the thumb. It's just you and Scott on the floor battling.
That old ass movie.
When
I
did that
just
come
said-
out? Like 98, 97?
It's probably almost, fuck.
All right, good. We got Ed from Pardon the Punctuation who said if we bring back the Cincy style, he's in. So there you go, Scott. We got one viewer if we decide to bring back Cincy style from those 20 episodes that we did. We struggled. We were like, we can't end at 17. We got to at least get to 20 and then pull the plug on this thing. Tyson pointing out that Mookie is making sense, and I don't like it.
Well, I mean, honestly, what do you think the numbers were for NBC's Boxing Day special? It would be, oh, we'd crush it. We'd sit there. We'd have pre-made content all year long. It would be perfect.
Idiots.
It'd be absolutely great because then we could go on tour. We could go the MLS
Okay, hold
matches,
on.
record on
Wait. We're gonna do
location.
this. I'm gonna do this for you. We'll give you that weird movie intro that you pulled out of the old files here, Mookie. We're gonna start off Mookie and the Dog.
Nah, fuck
And
that.
you're
There's no planning.
No,
We don't know what we're talking about.
There's a question from the comments for you guys for Mookie and the Dog
It's
that
too
we need
easy.
to get to. So we'll start. This is the start of Mookie and the Dog, and
pilot?
then Mookie, I'll put up the comment, and you have to host your segment. Let's see how long you can hold a segment together before it completely derails. All right, here we go. At the cue, it's the start of Mookie and the Dog.
Hey, what up, folks? Thanks for tuning in here to Mookie and the Dog. That's right, folks. Mookie and the Dog coming at you here. Caesar, how you doing? Coming off that Christmas break, man. You get your fill on Boxing Day.
It was cool. I mean, for once, there wasn't like a bunch of drama with my family, so I was able to enjoy the footy. Darwizzy, fucking
That's what
dog shit.
it's all
But
about, man.
I mean,
So-
it is what it is.
We are jumping off. You're building off of the World Cup momentum here, and there's been a lot of talk about this, and this has become kind of the thing for stars to say, hey, I'm basically hanging up my boots in international club soccer. I'm gonna go play in the MLS. Latest rumor is Messi coming to Inter Miami. Caesar, is there any truth to that? What is your take?
If he goes to Inter Miami, I think it'd be fucking crazy because, bro, he's still a dog. Like, he could still play in Europe. The crazier thing, I'm not gonna lie, bro, suck my dick. The crazier thing would be CR7 playing for all the blood money in Saudi Arabia. Like, that's insane. If that guy goes back, he's essentially killing babies every 25 seconds. That's how insane it is.
But do you think he cares? Because he's probably scoring a goal about every 25 seconds.
Put it like this: every time he scores a goal, 5 babies get killed. Like the ASPCA commercials were like, "Oh, every 5 seconds a dog dies." Like, nah, bro, this is 10 times fucking worse.
Well, now hold on a minute, though. Caesar, honestly, serious talk, real talk here. Don't we have a bit of an overpopulation problem where Earth is already stretched thin?
Okay, all right. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like that was bad. That wasn't bad.
That was beautiful.
That
was
wasn't
top
bad.
notch.
We lost everybody.
And we didn't even talk about the VAR just showing up and showing out on Boxing Day either. Dude, did you see those reviews? Instantaneous. They fucking got it, man. They got VAR right. Now the NFL better figure their fucking shit out.
Okay, yeah, speaking of the NFL, we haven't played another fucking little video thingy yet. Why don't the NFL just put a chip at the tips paws of the footballs?
Right?
Oh my god.
Right? We
Like,
can
it's
tell
not
if a
that
round
hard,
fucking
bro.
ball has crossed a plane. Why can't y'all figure out if a pointed ball crossed a plane? I mean, it's really not that hard.
As my mom says, bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Whoa, what?
Because the NFL doesn't want to fix it because that costs money.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
So, yeah,
Hard Knocks?
Let's do Mookie and the dog because I feel like that's a thing that needs to happen on the channel. So Mookie and Caesar, you guys figure that out and just record Mookie and the dog whenever you want.
That's what I was going to ask earlier. Over under how many times we try to do an episode only to one of us forget we're doing the episode. Like how many false starts would there be before we'd actually?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a man of my word. We saw how much I was tripping last week. If we say a day, I'll show up. It's just depending. I'm not very punctual. That's the tough part.
Okay, that's fair.
Job recruiters, that is a lie. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Just
said
a joke.
after that segment, I miss drinking. And Scott said we were trusting Caesar and Mookie to plan something. No, we're not. Scott, there was one other story that came out this week that I immediately thought of you and I laughed my ass off.
that's
The
so
Hogs.
cute.
The offense-
that's what I was thinking.
What did he say?
I said, "Oh, that's so cute," and I was like, I'm thinking the same thing. It's like I let him have his moment.
Mookie and the dog. Listen,
Woof.
Scott, the
The low key whoop is perfect.
Whoa, just an unassuming,
That's just
unenthusiastic.
gonna say, look at the dog. Woof.
I should do that. Bye.
That's a deep burn though. That's like the grandma burn right there because it's so spot on, so subtle, and cut so deep.
The Hogs, Scott,
me
are
killed.
suing Dan Snyder. I don't know if you saw this, the old offensive lineman from the Washington franchise, because supposedly Sunday, Washington is unveiling a new mascot, and they were like, it's
Oh
either
my
going to be
God.
the Hogs or the Dogs. Neither one makes sense with them being the Commanders, but the Hogs apparently are suing because back in July, they filed for a trademark for the Hogs, and now that Washington is using it, they are saying Dan Snyder owes them money. This franchise is freaking ridiculous, Scott. It's absolutely insane how far this franchise, and I thought it was bad before, but this is just some awful, awful stuff that just keeps piling up on Dan Snyder.
It's the Mookie and the dog of Dan Snyder's problem.
That's crazy. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll take a lot of shit. But being compared to Dan Snyder is one thing I will not take. First of all, he hates us, Scott. Just because of how we look,
True.
brother. Not because of the shit we say,
That's
not because
true.
we support. Just because of how we look.
And
That's
because you have a superior immune system too. I mean,
Not exactly. And not just that.
All the
He hates
dicks.
women too. That's crazy. My
so
mom's
who
a
does
woman.
he like
That's
out there?
crazy.
Let's reduce the
My
population.
mom's a
That's
woman,
quite
he
far.
said.
That's
That's
crazy, bro.
crazy.
Ed is trying to prepare for his show, and he said he's trying to write notes, and he just wrote
Yes!
the dog.
We're spreading like a virus.
That right there is called influence. Learn it.
See, here's where COVID-19 didn't learn from like gonorrhea and herpes. You want to stay around, man. You don't want to be
that would be the tagline for the show. Mookie and the dog catch us like herpes.
We will spread like a plague.
Once we're in, we're going nowhere.
No vaccination for us.
We got no cure, but you're not going to want the antidote.
Tyson said, if you think about it, when CBS started, it was Scotty and the Ginger.
That's crazy.
And thank you, Scott. Thank you.
Yes, that's right. Black and Cran.
Black and Cran is the correct nickname.
Are you a big fan of cranberry juice or what?
I'm Black Scott's Cran. I don't know why you made it.
I was just gonna say, excuse you.
Be more like syphilis.
God bless America.
Yeah, but COVID burned through Florida pretty quick. The key is you don't want to kill off your viewers. You want to keep them around.
Should we do Hard Knocks? Like, is that going to be, or are we just going to skip it for the second week in a row?
Do you want to do Hard Knocks?
I just want to get it over with. Like I've watched these stupid fucking episodes. I just want to just get the notes out.
Just like Cliff
because he watched it.
Yeah, like I just want to get the notes out. I don't even care anymore.
He's got his phone ready.
You're at this point, like, I suffered through this. I know people are not watching this segment, but I have to do this because I did it. So now you have to hear about the thing that I had to sit through. That's where we're at with our
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
kind
like
of
Hard Knocks has become my punishment. I'm like,
run it.
Like we were talking about pre-show with the kids and the football.
It is Hard Knocks is my
CEO
kids.
of Petty
week,
Incorporated.
I'm like, fuck, I got to deal with these motherfuckers again. God
damn.
All right, let's do it then. Let's get some.
Let's hear it. Give them this music.
Scott, we'll all suffer with you, Scott, through Hard Knocks.
Starting with the fired coach presser is a vibe. Have the talent? No, you don't, Kyler. This team is dead in the water. I forgot fucking Hollywood Brown was even on this team. I see you, Hollywood. Shut up, Cliff. Fire Cliff. Hire Jefferson. The irony of Hopkins saying the offense hasn't all been out there. Yeah, you took the juice. A big part of that's on you, bro. Burnt feet. Burn on the field. You hate to see it. Cliff knows he's done. How hasn't it been announced that he's fired yet? Episode 5. Cliff explaining why he's a loser is also a move. Scenario like what, Cliff? The one where you're eliminated from the playoffs already and HBO has to follow you around for a few more weeks still? Awkward, you fuck. 5-week season. Laughing my fucking ass off. Today I learned that nobody pushes copium harder than the NFL coaches of losing teams. Patrick Peterson looks like discount Bomani Jones. Jesus fucking Christ. The story from Hopkins' mom. I got nothing. Just fuck. Yeah, Mama Hopkins, it's okay to say shit after what you've been through. This montage of offense is hilarious knowing what's about to come. Holy shit, give him hell, guy. I don't know. I love that there's a class system in NFL and grunts call out the dudes making stupid money. Tom Brady catching strays. You love to see it. Nice milk, Cliff. Oh, damn, she had cancer. Oh, well, still would. Random shove of Mac Jones. I'm here for it. I'm not going to talk shit about Mama Hop, but man, someone take the booze away from her.
Oh, shit.
When Robbie Anderson gives you a vote of confidence, you know it's time. Fire Cliff, hire Jefferson. Also, play your balls off. Episode 6, we're all the way up to this week. Old Men Walking. This is thrilling stuff, HBO. But also, all black coaches. Nice, HBO. Hire Cliff, hire Jefferson. We're getting that right out of the way at the beginning of this episode. Hey, speaking of Jefferson, there he is. You don't know Cliff shit. Fuck that guy. Colt McCoy teaching his son baseball. Let's fucking go. The best part of this whole season. Holy shit, and his daughter, Father of the Year. Yes, Colt McCoy, gotta give you your Texas props, Caesar. You know you live in the goddamn sticks when Wendy's is a treat. Cliff yelling fuck and then turning to the backup and dapping him up was fucking hysterical. Only NFL coaches would talk shit about a dude busting his ass and making waffles from scratch. Vance out here talking himself into his next job. He knows Cliff wants one too. Vance with the white wife and the mixed kids. My man. You're right, Bidwell. He does look good on the sidelines. Hire Cliff. Hire any old black guy. Just hire one of the black coaches on staff. I don't give a shit before. Head of our refs and missing a blatant offensive hold. Name a more iconic duo. Jesus Christ with these injuries. Who do the Cards think they are? The 49ers? Cornball Wilson with an appearance. Wow. Thanks, HBO. Even when I try to get away from him, there he is. And we're all caught up. Hard Knocks is a fucking train wreck just like this show.
Scott, thank you for putting us through our punishment of the punishment that you have to endure. So we really appreciate that. But man, it might get really interesting, right? Because JJ Watt announced he's retiring today. So you might get some interesting Hard Knocks.
I will say that knowing that he retired and the speech he gave about not quitting and like still going out there and busting your ass off with only 4 games left and how the season is shit, I was like, it's kind of respectable. Fuck him, but it's kind of respectable that he's still out there busting in his ass, and he probably knows while he's giving this speech, man, I ain't gonna fucking be it. He was the Magic Johnson fucking me, like, I ain't gonna be it. So.
Mookie, did I hear a fuck him when I mentioned JJ Watt?
Yeah, I'm over him.
Why?
Because it was all downhill from him once he started getting involved with his acting career, and honestly realized that. Yeah, dude, he's been in multiple feature films and primetime television shows. So, what are you looking at me like that for, Mike? He has. Go look at his discography on IMDb.
He's not a new girl.
His discography on IMDb. Why would it be his discography on IMDb? But IMDb is a movie site.
Because the movies come on the discs.
He's coming on The League, New Girl. Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk.
The movies.
He was on Bad Moms, which you want to talk about bad? That movie is full of bad.
Oh, Mila Kunis is insane.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Do yourself a favor. Watch that series.
Here we go. Impromptu Mookie in the
no. Well, fucking Jada Pinkett Smith's in it. Fuck that.
Yeah. I love that we time to fart in the bark at the same time.
I'd rather watch fucking Family Guy just to hear Mila Kunis and watch this fucking movie.
Whoa. Mila Kunis is in Family Guy, you fuck.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather watch that and just hear her voice and watch this movie because Jada Pinkett Smith's in it.
Wait, what? What movie?
Why are you hating on brown folks?
I'm not. I'm one of them.
Why are you giving it up against Jada? What do you got?
One of them has their husband, who was a Fresh Prince, on a fucking leash, and made him go slap a fucking host of a show. The other, Mila Kunis, is just Meg on Family Guy.
These are good observations.
That's quite the breakdown.
Yeah.
Guys, there was a team that tried to lure Gronk out of retirement by promising number 69 and then telling him that he could report eligible every single play, so that every time Gronk came on the field, the ref had to go on the microphone and say, number 69 is reported as eligible. And that is the highlight recruiting pitch I have ever heard to a player ever, is just like, listen, I know you're a fucking child, so you want to make 69 jokes, like, we'll let you do that if you just come out of retirement and play for us. I wish I knew what team this was, because that's going to be my new favorite.
We'll pay you $4.20 each game.
$4.
Oh, fucking never mind.
Nope, need that, Caesar. Whatever you were going to say.
It wasn't like it had to do with Russell Wilson. I was going to say the Seahawks were going to win the Super Bowl by like 20-32. It's not that big of a deal.
Nope.
Ooh, but this is Matt Barr pointing out. You could have gone with Mila Kunis as Jackie, and you went with her as Meg.
That's how the point of that was. I'd rather watch an animated Mila Kunis than a real life IRL Jada Pinkett Smith.
I mean, but you don't have to watch a real life IRL Jada Pinkett Smith in the movie. Just skip those scenes.
Oh, because I know when the fuck she comes on. I've never seen the movie before.
I'm sure there's like a.
It's like telling someone, "Hey, I've never seen Ratatouille. I don't want to see the rats though." Well, Simone, skip the whole fucking movie because all it has is rats.
Scott, Ed Reed got a job as a college coach. He's
coaching Cookman.
How crazy is that? Ed Reed was just like, hey, Deion did it, so like I could do this too, right? And they were like, hell yeah, Ed, do it.
I hope he goes black on black and starts like anti-recruiting against Deion. Like, hey, that motherfucker went. He took that white man's money. Like, he went to Colorado. come play for your boy down here.
Oh my god!
Like, how funny was that shit, man? Because I mean, Deion's getting all these high recruits, right? But like, he's got to combat that. So it's like, hey, that motherfucking sellout. Like, hey, your boy. I played my whole career in Baltimore. That motherfucking hop teams, hop schools. Hey, come play with your boy. I'll get you to the NFL. That's what I would do. Dog. I would be fucking out here dirty fucking recruiting. I wouldn't even recruit against the white dudes. I'd be like, no, fuck them. Fuck it. We going up. We going for number one. Fuck Deion. He sold out on you, man. Like, he gonna come in your living room and try to talk shit to you. He wants you to come to the white man school. And play for your boy, Ed Reed. I would totally do that shit.
The crazy thing is, Ed could totally pull that off where people are like, man, you're right, Ed. You're right about that.
Ed's down here for the fucking culture. I'm going to go play for Ed for fuck Deion. He sold out. He ain't shit.
It's not wrong. Also, I got to call out in the comments here as that's unfolding. Biscuit saying that he shocked Gronk hasn't started a fight club with fighters versus animals broadcasting from a yacht in international waters. And then Sarah very quickly and astutely pointing out, maybe yes. We all know the first rule of Fight Club.
Well done. Oh, but Scott, as always, whenever Scotty's in the comments, you got to watch out.
Oh, God,
and the Jets. So, Scotty,
you know what? And if I was at Reed, I'd be like, man, these motherfuckers was born after 2008. I don't know. I played my whole career for the fucking Ravens. They don't know. They don't even know that Budweiser was made by the same company that makes Bud Light. So fuck them. I'll tell them whatever. I'm like, did you know that Deion is part of the KKK? Yeah, it's fucking wild.
See, I have to Google shit like that. Why? If you told me, I have to Google it. I'd be like, for real?
Sign right here on this line, my man.
We can say anything we want, and Caesar immediately Googles it to see if it's real. You say something, Scott, anything like that.
It's because y'all talking about shit in the 90s and 80s. I wasn't born then. How the fuck?
The 90s and 80s, those decades ago.
Like, when it comes to trivia, I went to Pluckers, and they had like a trivia night. Any question that was before fucking 2000, like 98, I was like, when the fuck did this happen? If 9/11 happened in fucking like 95, I would be like, oh, who ran into the tower?
Reference if you were like, yeah, Deion is Clayton Bigsby. The kids would be like,
who the fuck is that?
I don't know who the fuck that is, man. Yeah, see, and there's these proven.
Oh no. Okay, Caesar. But guys, this comment here from Gabe.
Oh, from Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
Can't wait till Deion and Ed Reed coach FSU in Miami in 2030. If that's the end game of all of this, that's
totally what's gonna happen.
Oh my God, is that amazing?
I've Googled 3 times today.
They're bringing back the pride to that Florida State championship. Then it's on. Yeah. Then we got to make sure that somebody big times at Florida. Could you imagine? It's Ed Reed at Miami.
No.
Deion at Florida State, and then I don't know who's
fucking Tim Tebow. That's who it ended up.
No. Who's the black guy that played at Florida?
No, but that's the thing. Florida would be like, well, we can't do that. What they're doing. Can we get Tim Tebow over here? And Tebow would show up just like floating in on a cloud and would be like, I don't want to say anything bad about Mr. Reed or Mr. Sanders. A very fine program. I would love if you played with me here at the University of Florida. I just, that's how we do it here.
We want the ball and we're going to score.
We would really like to have the ball, please.
Bill, Drew, your buddy Bill put out big Tim Tebow coaching vibes. They asked Bill Swinney about NIL and college recruiting because there's been all kinds of stuff this week about tampering and people throwing around allegations as we got to National Signing Day. This is what Bill had to say about NIL.
Honestly, I mean, for me, we built this program on NIL. We really did, and it's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness. And that's how I look at it.
God damn it.
Move this man!
Dude, if he doesn't
And is
adapt
that
Clemson's
why all you can do is beat up on the ACC every year, William? Huh? Is that why? Because you started building on God, and then all of a sudden you weren't fucking winning football games anymore? Is that why? Is that it? Piece of shit.
That's what I was going to get to. If he keeps recruiting the way he's been like back how they would like in 2011 and 8, Clemson's not going to be a big thing anymore.
They're not a big thing anymore. When were they last a big thing? Honestly,
this year we talked about them.
They were okay.
We talked about them.
Overrated to start the year. Like they're shit.
Overrated every year.
That's my point, though. Like they haven't been legit national title contenders.
You discredited Notre Dame all season, saying they were terrible, and they beat the shit out of Clemson this year. Like Clemson was not a good football team this year. They haven't been a good football team.
That's what I'm saying. Like them having a down year was a big deal. That's my whole point. Like they've
had multiple down years in a row. Like they're not relevant. Sorry. Right now, I'm going to tell you right now, Colorado's more relevant than Clemson.
Yeah,
actually not once Ed Reed gets in the game, baby. Not once Ed gets in.
Oh, also to complete that thought, Scott, I got the perfect coach for Florida. You ready for this? Jacoby Brissett.
Oh.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
I was waiting. I was like, well, we're just going to let him wallow in this one. There's no way.
I'm so glad nobody else said anything either, because I was like, let it sit and be uncomfortable as fuck. Why did you think Jacoby Brissett was the name to pull up there, Mookie? You have been looking, I can tell, I see you looking at your screen. You've been looking at a list of Florida alumni, and the best
and he went with Jacoby
Brissett?
Bro, I said he was dead. I thought you were going to say Aaron Hernandez. And that's,
oh,
God.
Ooh. Well, you know.
You went with Jacoby Brissett out of anybody from the Florida
line.
Did
he even start for Florida?
I don't think so. I didn't even know Jacoby Brissett went to Florida.
I'm on 4 Googles.
He went with the lowest common denominator, just like black quarterback.
Wait. Didn't Jacoby Brissett get drafted at NC State before I even Google?
Yeah, he actually ended up transferring and got drafted from NC State. But the dude was solid in the league. Like, come on, man.
So he didn't go to Florida like that, bro. He went to Florida like Cam Newton went to Florida.
Yeah, well,
come
now I realize that. I read the entry wrong.
Come on, man.
I mean, he was also the best name out of a bunch of these other douchebags.
Mookie and the dog fight, it's the best.
I mean, I could have gone with Jeff Driscoll or Will Greer or
for the Florida. Let's just close that loop. Jacoby Brissett,
Danny Warfel.
I would have said fucking Aaron Hernandez, Percy Harvin, Will Greer.
Oh
my god, bro. Such a bad reach, bro. I even said fucking Kyle Trask, bro.
Oh my god.
The best was then looking at Mookie and watching him just staring
Jacoby Brisket, brother. Really? Not Jacoby Brisket.
Dude, Jacoby Brisket was a serviceable quarterback in the league for like a decade and a half.
I did more passes in NCAA football than he did at Florida, bro.
I mean, I guess. God, there's slim pickings here. I gotta tell you.
Percy Harvin, Aaron Hernandez.
Ooh,
there's so many.
Oh my god.
There's
should have gone with Rex Grossman, really.
He went to Florida too.
How did I end up here?
All right, be honest, for real, Mookie. Be honest.
Oh my god, dude!
You looked at that list, and because the list doesn't say whether they're black or white, you just had to go for the first name that you know was a black. That's what happened there.
It had to be someone that was at least decent in the NFL. It couldn't just been like some schmuck that showed up for a cup of coffee.
Jacoby's known for being decent.
That's the senior for Google Doc response.
My Google response has more passes than fucking Jacoby Brissett, bro. Yes, just like Matt Barr said.
Oh fucking A.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
The way that I'm hearing it, this was a great suggestion.
Oh my God,
It's
that
getting
was
a lot
so
of
good.
buzz. It's
Vernon
generating a lot of
Hargreaves the
interest.
third would have been a better fucking coach.
Florida's
Vernon
like
Hargreaves, he
notable
blew up.
alumni, Jacoby Brissett.
Van Jefferson, better.
Man, Jefferson, dude, he's still playing.
Exactly.
He's
You
the
can't-
son
what is-
of the next coach of the
Fucking Bobby
Arizona
Boucher, the
Cardinals.
water boy, would have been a better coach. He only paid for them in
Wait
the
a second.
movie.
You're saying it can't be Van Jefferson because he's still playing.
And
Jacoby
Jacoby
Brissett
Brissett
literally
still
started
plays.
9 games for the Browns this year.
God.
Oh shit, you're right. He did.
Oh my
Kyle
God.
Pitts would have been a better fucking coach.
Oh God.
The
Hey,
Pouncey
you know
brothers
what?
also.
I stand by it, man. I think he'd be a great coach in 2030.
Emmett Smith, maybe.
It would be amazing. Deion and Ed Reed are in a recruiting battle for
With Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett steps in.
Jacoby Brisket, bro.
Listen, I don't know if you know me. I'm Jacoby Brissett. I have quite the Twitter account if you're into that sort of thing. You should come to Florida, please.
No, he would also have to
Please.
introduce himself. I'm Florida legend, Jacoby Brissett.
That's right.
Did he even win the
who,
Natty
who
Wheels?
better for you to come play with than a legend of quarterbacking at Florida?
I know you were born after 2000, so why don't you just get on your little Google machine there and look me up at Florida? 74 choice passes while I
Florida
played
was good
for
after 2000, so we're well aware that Florida was good.
What? Hold on. What would be even better though is if like he routinely got his ass kicked in recruiting, right? Like he was always obviously Deion and Ed are just pulling in recruiting class,
Didn't
like,
Fred
and
Taylor
then
go to
somehow
Florida?
Jacoby Brissett out coaches the shit out of him. Like it's just like damn, he gets the most out of his guys, and
I'm
he
telling
wins
you,
the
man.
Florida. He wins that Florida State championship ring every year. That the one that really counts.
You
See,
can
Matt
put the
Barr
fucking
gets it.
guy
He
that made
says-
Gatorade.
He says,
That's it. This is the guy.
took one look at Jacoby's tweets and said, "That's it. This is the guy." Yeah, I mean, he gets it.
Oh, my God, that's so good.
Fantastic.
That is
All right.
so
Kobe
good.
for a head coach.
I know I did it once before teasing Mookie, but for real, let's talk some
Here's
baseball.
the pitch. Oh, shit.
Hey, Scott.
Ooh.
Carlos Correa.
Dude. See you,
Why did
Caesar.
he leave? Why did he leave? It was it's a Mets
I
joke.
know. Well, it's not even that. It's like Correa hasn't like he's a former Minnesota Twin, bruh. He ain't even repping Houston. He ain't never repped your Mariners. Like you can come sit back down, dude. This ain't no rise up talk. This is strictly a joke about the New York Mets and Carlos Correa. Like, has anybody ever played
my
themselves in
God.
free agency more than the Mets and Carlos Correa? Holy shit.
I just love that, like, the Giants sign him to this ridiculous deal, and then he fails the physical and they back out. And the Mets don't waste
Scoop in
any
immediately.
time, right in with a huge offer. And they're like, hey, I know that I think our doctors are going to find something a little different. So we'll give you 12 years for $300+ million. Like, what the fuck are they doing over there in New York, man? Like this, Scott, you're a Mets hater. You love to see them mess up. Why do they always have to have awful contracts? What are they doing?
Because now they're suffering from the opposite of what they've suffered for so long. Forever, their Mets fans are, ooh, we're a small market team in a big market city. This is bullshit. The Wilpons been spending money. Now they got this dumbass who thinks, fuck it, just buy everybody. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about anything. Just names. Just throw the money around. Fuck it, it'll all work out. Except for that's not how it goes in baseball. Like that's never how it goes in baseball. Like this is going to fail spectacularly. And my favorite part of that whole story was, well, the Mets might be stuck with this fucking deal that they promised with Correa. Like they've got to work on some type of deal because Cohen couldn't keep his fucking mouth shut. He talked and made the comments he did about, this being the final piece of the puzzle and they needed something else and the deal wasn't finalized. And MLB, they'd been out here like, hey, y'all, you should probably keep your fucking mouth shut until these fucking deals get finalized because, like, we're going to make you stick to them or we're going to stick you to them. And Cohen's like, nah, fuck it. I got money. We got nothing that money can't cover up, baby. I'll just do whatever. Oh, shit. His knee does look really fucking jacked up. Oh, fuck. Maybe I shouldn't pay this deal. Like, oh my God. It's so new money. New money just fucking up at MLB. I love it.
Caesar, why did you leave when we brought up Carlos Correa? Why did you
piss?
Oh,
Nothing to do. He's like, I got nothing to say about this fucker. I'll take my
that's
break
exactly
right now.
why. The only thing I can say is that his wife is from Laredo and she's super bad. Congrats to the both of them. Hope their family's going
Well,
great.
nothing happened. They didn't get
Well, that's
anything.
the thing I was going to say. I was like,
Yeah.
congrats on what? Congrats on nothing. They still haven't signed a deal. He
No,
still
but
doesn't
congrats
have a
that,
job.
how
congrats
amazing
that,
is it,
like, I
Scott,
don't know.
if this goes through now where the league forces the Mets to pay out this contract because they couldn't talk about it or they couldn't keep themselves from talking about it. So he may have a messed up knee, not be able to play, and still get the money. Like, he
Wait.
might still get the
Didn't he
bag.
finish
Like,
the
that is
season?
amazing. What'd you say,
Didn't
Steve?
he finish the season?
He did,
Yeah.
but the way that the red flag that popped up is it's like this surgery that he had on an injury when he was in the minors. It's like a degenerative thing. So like it's looked fine, but both of these deals were for over a decade long, and basically it's like his ankle and his knee and the area where he had the plate inserted between his knee and his ankle isn't going to hold up for the next 12 to 13 fucking years. So that's why the Giants were like, oh shit, we're not giving you this money. And the Mets are like, oh fuck, maybe that's why they didn't want to give him that money. Like, the Giants were smart enough to not fucking talk about it.
There you go, Scott, with the prediction. Watch him get out of it, and then he signs a 1-year deal with the Yankees.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. He probably will. Like, this has only really messed up his like long-term prospects, right?
Right,
Like,
he's just going to get a
hopefully-
shorter-term deal.
Like, yeah, I mean, like the Mets could totally and this might even work out for the Mets, where if they get locked into this fucking deal, in Major League
Like a
Baseball's
4-year
like, yeah,
deal, like an NFL deal.
No, but like even if they made them like sign the contract that they said, like if Carlos Correa is fine for the next 2 years and they win a World Series and come close to one another, like it still works out for them, right? Like, because that's all they give a shit about. They would be like, oh well, fuck the rest of the thing. But the likelihood that they win next year is very low.
Yeah.
And that year, like it's like every year that ticks off, you're 1 year closer to the point where you're like, holy shit, we're paying this guy an ass load of money and he's totally not going to be worth it. And it may be like 3 years from now, and they're on the hook for the next 7 or 8 after that.
Scott Ryan wants to know if the Mets GM's name is Leroy Jenkins.
It is.
Leroy Jenkins. Head
Hey,
first
maybe you
in
should
the
think about
deal.
signing this guy. Fuck it, Leroy Jenkins.
That's a great
And
job.
just sign him to whatever fucking deal they want.
Or even
It's
better, they sign
fantastic.
some other random dude because this guy does not seem to give a fuck about any mistakes because he's just like, I'll just buy my way out of it because you can do that in baseball. So
You
luck.
can, but eventually
sure.
everybody's money runs out, right? Like, I mean, you can say like, oh yeah, this doesn't really mean anything, but at some point, like, there's gonna be a financial decision, whether it's this year, next year, 4 or 5 years down the road, where it's like, all right, shit, we're already paying this much, plus we're paying the luxury tax. I gotta cut costs here. Like, we're not gonna be able to sign this guy this year, or like this hot free agent. Like, some point it's going to come due. It's just when.
when has that ever happened with new money?
It happened all the time. Like the Yankees went from like building their farm system and doing the World Series thing to then trying to buy it every year, and it took them forever. Then they got the one with all that A-Rod nonsense, and they haven't done it since.
So
Like
is
buying just does
Hey,
not work.
Oh, I have
Is
a
that a
question.
bad
I have a
thing for the
question.
Mets,
I have a
though?
question. I have a question.
Yes. Is it? Do you know who Leroy?
Of course, I
Jenkins
know. He can't. I saw the video on fucking Sports Nation, like in 4th grade.
Okay.
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
it was after 2000, so I'm kind of
Yeah. What? Exactly. That's why it was after 2000, so I know of it.
Okay.
This
which-
hat's
it's
fucking
a
sick.
sport.
Anyways, and I was looking at my teeth again. I saw this
Quick
thing
brush,
from Bleacher
big
Report
vibes.
that said if that like the owners are leaning towards doing a salary cap, wouldn't that like finish baseball in its popularity?
They're not going to.
Baseball's not popular.
Doesn't have
No.
popularity.
That's what I'm saying. If the Yankees, Dodgers, what other big teams are there?
You mean the
Those two?
Doyers?
They're not going to.
Braves.
Yeah, the thing is they're not going to be able to get a salary cap in. The collective bargaining is in place, and there is absolutely no way the players' union will allow that to go into effect. So they're not going to get a salary cap. They might get like some changes to the luxury tax and maybe lower the threshold for the luxury tax, but they're not getting a salary cap.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it'll ever happen, because if baseball does that, then the sport dies. Because again, Yankees, Dodger, suck my dick. What other the Cubs, I guess? Like, what other fucking teams are there that are massive markets and like kind of transcend globally? Those three, maybe?
Who cares? MLS coming for you, bitch. That's right.
Well, if those three teams can no longer just buy, the Yankees and Dodgers, those two teams that have massive fan bases can't buy everyone anymore, and they start sucking dick, who's gonna watch the fucking sport?
Me?
Nobody does.
Exactly. You and a bunch of people that were born before 2000.
God damn it, Caesar. God damn it.
Tell him he's wrong. Wrong.
But like, I'm being serious.
He's
like,
wrong.
A salary cap being introduced to baseball is one of the worst thing that can happen to it, because
it's absolutely the worst thing, but you get a bunch of douchebags like Bob Castellini who are too cheap to spend money, and they see guys like Steve Cohen putting out all of this money, and they're like, well, we can't compete. We need a salary cap, and then we'll be able to compete. And it's like, no, because even if you have a salary cap,
the huge
you're not
market
going to
teams.
spend money. Like, it's just a thing that owners throw out.
There needs to be a floor,
their
though, too.
fans
like...
feel it does need to be a floor. It absolutely needs to be a floor. Why are you laughing?
Matt Barr also commenting, 9 out of 10 dentists recommend Caesar not checking his teeth out
That's
while
why I
he's
said
on
to
the
suck my
solo
dick.
camera.
Scott, there is the other baseball news this week is that Trevor Bauer has been reinstated. His suspension has been cut down to 194. It's officially like ready to go. So the Dodgers now have a decision to make, because he's still on their payroll. So do they keep him? Do they release him? What happens there? There is one owner I feel like that would sign Trevor Bauer, and that's Steve Cohen. Like, it's gonna happen, right? If the Dodgers release him, he's going to be playing for the Mets this year, right?
Oh,
like,
I was thinking you meant Jared Jones. I was like, Jared Jones would definitely sign Trevor Bauer and be like, you fit right in the culture of the Cowboys. Come on, we love second chances.
Whoa. We stop at domestic violence.
Yeah, that's right.
But we don't know. I mean, there
what's
wasn't
going
enough
on
they
with your
didn't
basketball
put in
coach?
What do you mean, my basketball coach?
Chris
He's
Beard.
not the coach anymore. I don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is.
Shout
I
out
thought
Coach
his
Joe,
fiance
baby, best
came out
in the
and supported
NBA.
him.
Shout out Coach Joe, baby. That's my
No,
dog.
he's talking about Texas, not in Boston.
Oh, basketball. That's crazy. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother.
Immediate response.
Oh my
His immediate
God.
posture is defensive. Deny it. Deny everything. He's not my coach.
Again. As I said 2 weeks ago and I said last week, I myself, along with the University of Texas at Austin, will maintain that we don't have all the information present to us at this time. So currently, as it stands, we do not associate ourselves with Christopher Beard.
Mookie and the dog, we cover our asses.
That was a very bad wolf. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, we cover our asses. Woof.
Yeah, dude, you guys are off the hook. She took her words back. It'll be fine, right? Isn't that how that works?
She probably got a fucking what are those things called? Fax machines? She got like a fax from fucking Red McCombs for like.
How do you
8
know what that
figures.
is? Those were around before 2000.
My dad has a business, so he has
and because that's how you
Oh.
still submit your letter of intent and resignation papers in the NFL. Come on, Scott. All real business happens
I was
on
like,
fax
I sent
machines.
my
Look, I gotta know. I
Hello.
gotta fact check the 2000 mark of demarcation, like where we know things because they were existing before 2000.
Let's talk basketball real quick, because there was a story I do want to talk about.
Boom shakalaka!
I want your take on this, fellas, and I'll start with Mookie on this one, because he is a basketball expert and knows everything about basketball. Shaq this week said the threesome of Shaq, Kobe, and LeBron would absolutely sweep in a 7-game series MJ, Bird, and Hakeem. So Mookie, is Shaq full of it or not? Because honestly, I don't know, man. And I'm assuming Kobe like in his prime, not Kobe now.
Yeah, Shaq, Kobe, and
That's
LeBron.
tough.
And was
you
he
need to say that.
Michael, Hakeem, and Bird?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I think the way that because you'd have Jordan at the 2, Bird would play the 3.5, and then Hakeem would be the 4.5, right? Like, I like that spread better. I feel like with Kobe and LeBron, you're going to struggle, or with LeBron and Shaq, you're going to struggle because there's too much overlap in their games.
Caesar, what do you think?
I think Shaq's right. Sweep, I don't think so, but I think they win. They'll probably win like in 6.
Scott, what do you think? You think Shaq is onto something here?
I think that they win in 7, but Jordan fucks up Kobe every game. Like Jordan goes off for 55 every game. They'll lose in 7, but it won't be Jordan's fault. It'll be because Hakeem got dominated by O'Neal. That's my sticks to it. Like Jordan though, he gonna fucking get his. Like it'll be like, well, you can't blame Jordan for losing this series in 7.
It'll
be Larry's bitch ass getting torched too. Because
is it crazy that Larry's the liability on that team? Like,
well, of course, and Shaq knew what he was doing. He was like, "I'm gonna give the one white boy in this conversation."
Even if they put Magic, like still...
that'll be the way. We'll stop Jordan because he's got the only white guy in this group. Like that's the way to stop. Like me and Kobe and any other motherfucker, we could beat the shit out of like Greg Ostertag and Jordan and Luke Long. Like, we'd fuck those motherfuckers up. Like, oh, would you, Shaq? I wonder how. Shaq's like, who can I find that like I dominated in my career? He's like, yeah, I had pretty good time against Olajuwon. Like they throw his name out there. Yeah, sure. Olajuwon is like, Shaq, you got Kobe, or Kobe, you got Jordan. I'll be back here with Hakeem. Let me know how that goes.
So
and then that's Shaq. And then in typical Shaq fashion, in a bailout, it's like, because Jordan's out again 55. If they were to lose the series, Shaq would be like, well, I mean, I stopped Hakeem. I mean, you had fucking Kobe over there giving up 55 a game to Jordan. So, I mean, Shaq's always playing that fucking mental game. I see
Shaq always has that 6D chess going on in his head.
Shaq always has that backdoor cover going. He's like, well, don't worry about this. Shaq gonna look good no matter what. He'll be like, I dominated this series, so, tell me how my ass tastes, Kobe.
That's crazy.
I think Hakeem would get Shaq.
Oh no, dude! Shaq owned Hakeem, dude. Like seriously,
I don't think so.
There's
man.
dispute in the comment section. Scotty S saying Hakeem owned Shaq. Gabe saying wrong. Shaq owned Hakeem.
Yeah, Shaq.
No.
It was an age thing too. Like
Gabe is saying Shaq is correct. Matt Barr pointing out Kobe would get burnt. Phrasing intended.
That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was harsh. But no, here's the thing. The other part is you gotta take into account that like Shaq's game would not translate as well to today's game.
And Hakeem?
Hakeem's would.
Even slower.
Nobody's on that floor really translates to.
Yeah, they'd all be
no, I think
Larry's
Jordan Kobe would be fine.
Larry's the best person to
I don't even know how Caesar would see this game because the game of basketball was invented before 2000. So
it'd be in fucking black and white.
Caesar wouldn't know what the fuck was going on no matter what was happening. He's like, who are all those players? They were born before 2000.
No,
where's that 3-point line thing?
Shaq, the guy in the Gold Bond commercials? Why is he talking about basketball?
The general, thank you very much. Come on now. You know that's his main joint these days.
Listen, we know Shaq hawks anything. That's what
I was going to say. Shaq's face pops up on all the shit.
Hey, get his,
I think we found some new content we could do. We could just throw out random threesomes and just debate whether.
What? Whoa.
Call the segment Menage.
Sky Bree.
No, we're not doing this.
Wait a minute. Is this basically?
We're not. Beards. What the beards are drinking?
Is this just a twist?
How did you know? Motherfucker? How did you know? What have you been looking up?
Okay, would you fuck Code Red?
Yes.
Sky Bree. Mia Markova.
No.
Alexis Texas.
Like, what would you do to this bear?
How do you know is my question? That's a question that I asked. It doesn't get answered. But if it doesn't get answered, I know the answer. Oh my God, what an ending!
I plead the fifth.
So we now know what's at the top of Caesar and Scott's bookmark tab.
Mike,
great.
what would you do to the beer? What would you do to the beer?
I'd bang the beer. I would bang it like Scott would bang the whiskey.
Oh my God! I just it took him a while to register, but as soon as he heard the name, he was like, "No, Mike, let's not do this anymore."
And he said, "I was like the best thing named after Texas, Alexis." Like, whoa, we gotta stop.
Scott, I don't understand why you're walking away from this. Why are you getting all red, getting all flustered?
Oh my
That's
God!
not how we're gonna end the show. We're not doing that.
Why not?
Oh
I
my
mean, I
God.
think once
Family
again,
friendly
there's
program. We're not
The
doing
best
that.
part is that they're all in 1080p.
negatives.
Oh my God!
Caesar, would you bang your beer?
Considering how the show went, yeah, I'd take it for the team.
With
I'd
the
take one for the
saber-tooth
team.
wolf.
The saber-tooth wolf.
Saber-tooth wolf looking good, bangable. Mookie,
Oh
were you
my
banging
gosh.
that Mountain Dew black cherry?
Oh yeah, I would hit that.
Oh my God!
I am popping this black cherry for sure. Scott, you're banging it, correct?
Yeah,
Of course he is. What are you talking about?
I'm banging it. Like AT.
He'd give it that code red.
Like 18.
I have a saying though. I didn't know Code Red was a thing until Zombieland, the movie.
Oh
If
my
you've seen that, if you've seen Zombieland.
Oh
so
my
disappointing.
God.
No, it's
When it-
not.
because
Zombieland's
when
an
it, when
amazing
it, hold
movie.
on, real
No,
quick.
but
One
that you
last
didn't
Google
know
search.
about
One last
it.
Google search. When did Code Red drop? Like what
Like
year did
2001?
Mountain
That seems
Dew
like a thing that came
introduce
out when
Code Red?
9/11 happened.
What the fuck?
What? When?
What?
It seems like a chaotic year and Code. Oh my God! You'll never fucking guess. It actually did come out
99.
in 2001.
Oh wow.
Code Red is that's 5 Googles. Code Red is
Big
a
year.
Mountain Dew flavor variant. It was released in 2001.
When in 2001? Not September 11th, I hope.
No, May.
Ah, there you go. So they beat the stigma.
They beat the case. Shout out TK.
Guys, this has been an absolutely absurd show.
We have-
This is a great
Yes.
casual listen show on a drive home.
This show defined this week where you don't know
Yeah.
what day it is.
Just
It's
no idea what's
here.
happening.
Just survive in advance. That's all it is, man.
Shout out Jimmy V.
Exactly. Enjoy your bowl games this week, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. This has been a damn fun time. We really appreciate all the comments and all you chiming in for us. Be sure to follow the show at Crafty Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Go join the Facebook group. It's a real fun time. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and maybe you'll catch an episode of Mookie and the Dog.
I just want to be the first guest on Mookie and the Dog. That's all.
Hey, Scott, welcome to Mookie and the Dog. Ruff, ruff, hey.
Hate me or love me. Hate me or love me. You still fucking watch. You're welcome.
Boom.
Subscribe, rate, review wherever you get your podcasts. It helps us out more than you know. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Go hit them up. We'll see you guys in the new year. Hope you guys all have a safe and happy new year. Cheers, everybody.
Love you all. Thanks for listening.
Hate me or love me. You still watch.
Go Bucks, go Frogs.
Feel like stupid right now.